Hey guys, it's the afternoon. I promised you guys some crafting. I am going to show you guys some fun today. And we are going to get things going. There we go. So when you get here, make sure you say, hey, hey, all the things. I am going to get, do I want to use paste? I think I want to use acrylic. Let me grab the black acrylic real quick while you're here. I gotta get it. And then we will get going here. And I need to turn on my light so that y'all can see what the heck I'm doing here, right? So today we're going to do, by popular demand, actually one of you answered my question. Thank you, Nancy. We are going to do the stained glass, faux stained glass with resin, okay? So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to use one of these little cups to put my paint in so I don't have to. I could use the lid. Why don't I just use the lid, Mary Jo? Use the lid. Then you don't have to waste a little throwaway cup. I know, right? It's kind of crazy. I do crazy things like that. Let me just put a lid on the lid. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with our frame. And today is all about red, white, and blue. Let me grab a piece of cardboard here to put underneath so that I don't get gunk all over my table. My table's already a hot mess. I've got to change out. These are like floor planks. I need to change them out and scrub them and do all that. But the first thing we're going to do is paint this frame. So this is my red, white, and blue for the holidays. And let me show you the other ones I have. I have the flamingo one that you guys have seen. I have, let me move this, the sea turtle, which is a fun one. And then I have this beautiful dragonfly, and I'll be making all of those coming up as soon as I get things going around the house here. Today I went to the dentist. I told you guys that on my morning live. It was just a cleaning, so that was easy enough. And then, so this is really easy part, right? It doesn't matter how sloppy you get. You just paint the wood black. We're going to do front and back and make sure it's dry. But I went, do you guys like getting your teeth cleaned? It's not my best time, but I have a really good dental hygienist, and she is amazing. And she uses that little water thing to clean it so it doesn't hurt. She doesn't have to do a lot of scraping and all of that, because that's what grosses me out and hurts when they take and like scrape your teeth. I'm like, y'all, you must be like into self-torture or something here. I'm not, that's not my thing. But so anyway, so I went to the dentist, and then I had to go get cat food, and I had to go to the office supply store because I'm starting a Bible study at church, and I want to make sure everybody has everything they need. So I got my last minute things for that. This is always my dilemma, is I always paint everything, then I have no place to hold it. And then what did I do? I came home. Oh, and so you guys remember those green beans that I picked? They're down in the canner right now cooling. So those will be ready. I got 2 quarts and 2 pints out of that. And then I got more beans coming up. I'm so excited. And my tomatoes are all producing. It's going to be nice to be able to can all that up and have the pantry nice and full. Save some money at the store, because goodness knows, prices be going crazy. So might as well start getting all the things going. So thanks for watching the replay, coming and joining on this fun. I try and craft a couple times a week. I try and give you some reels during the week and all of that. I'd love to get to know you guys. If you guys have any questions, you can always message me. My messenger is always open. It might say I'm out of the office, you know, like until 6 a.m. because I am. I usually turn it off at 8 and then at night and then come back at 6 in the morning because that's a good business hour for, you know, crafting. And then let's see, what else have I done today? I don't think I've done much of it. Well, I have done a lot, but I don't think I've done super a lot. So anyway, so let's get this going. And then it's Cinco de Mayo. So we have to have tacos today, right? And it's Taco Tuesday. So how could you not have tacos on Cinco de Mayo, Taco Tuesday? So tonight I am making tacos, but I'm also going to make some sourdough quesadillas. And if I think my stand is down there. If my stand's downstairs, I might just hook you up and do a video to show you how to make these tortillas because they're quite tasty and they're fresh and just super yummy. I mean, you can have crunchy tacos too. I mean, that's fine. But I personally like my sourdough quesadillas because they're just super yummy and super easy. They take like 20 minutes. I mean, first, and that's just because you got to cook them and you have to, and 15 minutes is letting the dough just sit there. You know what I'm saying? You just let it sit there. So it's really not that hard to let 15 out of 20 minutes for just to go watch TV or something while your dough sits there. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah. So we're going to have that tonight and that's going to be super yummy. And then, okay, so it looks like this is pretty good. I'm just going to dry it up. And remember, if you want it a little vintage, you can have it a little vintage. It doesn't have to be totally, you know, stark black and all of that. But if you want a little vintage, you can. Always make sure you have little tip. Have a little water something there to put your brushes in. It can't hurt, you know what I mean? So we're just going to dry this up because what we want to do is make sure it's all dry because we have to add the blue tape on the back to create that bottom of our resin so that we have a flat sticky surface and see-through so that our resin will dry through it. And I'm just going to, see, I make a mess. This is why I have this cardboard up here. Because why not? You gotta have it. Because you make a mess. It's just terrible. But I do it anyways. I have the mess. And I'm okay with the mess. It's all a mess. I will wash. I am non-biodegradable. It's kind of cool. But you don't want your acrylic to be wet when you put that tape on because it will like not stick to it and then you'll have a bubble there and then you'll have to sand and blah, 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 blah. You don't want to do all the blah, blah, blahs. So let's just make sure it's all nice and dry. And right now I think we are nice and dry. When you come on, say replay or tell me where you're from, all the things. So you guys saw my live this morning with my new facial stuff. I've never done that, you guys. That is like new to me. So it's just totally new. So I'm going to go across this instead of long ways. So this is my blue tape for resin, and it's simply called resin tape. It comes whiter if you want it whiter, but I don't have any whiter here, so we're going to use what we have, Whiter would be nicer, but again, don't have it here. And you need to cross over a little bit because you want to make sure that you're creating that. These are, I don't know where I got those scissors. That's just weird. You want to make sure that you're creating that background. You know, you want it a solid background. But they cut good. They're just little. It's crazy, man. Crazy, man. So just to overlap a little, you can also get wider tape. You can get that on the Amazon. Your craft stores will have it. We don't sell it. We sell the resin and the resin light for UV resin. This is a UV resin project. Okay, you could use regular resin, I guess, but then you have to let it dry overnight and blah, blah, blah. And I'm doing a lot of blah, blah, blahs today, but you guys understand. So now you need to make sure that you rub this down really, really well. And you could even varnish it if you wanted. And then we're going to pick it up. Make sure it's really, really rubbed down. See how I can, let me get my scraper and just make sure that that's nice and sealed on there. And like I said, you could varnish it with a, you know, the roller thing like you use for Cricut. But my scraper is handy and I like that, so I'm just going to use it. But you just want to make sure that that's stuck on your wood nice. And when it changes colors like that, you know it's nice. It's nice and sealed. Just like that. Have you guys been going and watching some of my older YouTubes? Because all of these lives are now living on my YouTube channel. So you can follow on there. Okay, we're going to turn it over. I got a little bit of chalk paste on there. Oh, well. It will be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so now we just have to figure out our colors. Now my problem is I have plenty of red. I might be a little sparse on the blue and the white. So let's start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dang, it's going to be 3. So this one's a big one. So I'm going to do this one red, and this one red. Okay, so I have these little cups that you can get for resin. And I'm just going to pour that in. Pour in the red, and you can get darker red glass and all of that. I thought I ordered more blue, and it came, and I ordered 2 things of green because I was going to do the sea turtle, and then I found this design, and I said, oh, it's summer, it's time to do red, white, and blue. So this is a lighter red than what I normally would use, but I didn't have a darker red. I guess I could. Do I have red? Any red? No, this is the only red I have. I have like some dark pinks. Okay, and then I'm just going to do the same thing here. And what I like about this little silicone thing is that you have more control and you don't need the tweezers as much unless you're doing like really small detail work like we did in the Flamingo. I don't know if you remember that, but we did a lot of detail work in the Flamingo. But this I think works in a pinch. So this is the red I had, but you can order all kinds of different shades online on the Amazon. You can get it on different craft sites. You can go to Hobby Lobby. They have crushed glass in tubes. And it's amazing. You could use those, whatever you, and they do go on sale, just so you guys know. So that's really cool. This is going to be really pretty, you guys. Now, since this is bigger, that's why I wanted to use the red there, because I have limited, I know, it's like a silver and white and blue. because I didn't think ahead, because I did this last minute, because Mary Jo, you guys know how I am. But that's okay. God loves me just the way I am. And that is so good on most every day, right? Now you can make this as thick or as thin as you want. You don't have to totally fill in. You can leave some little spaces so that it'll be clear and more light will come through. It's totally up to you how thick or thin you want to put, how much glass you put in here. You just don't want it to go over the wood. You know what I mean? And then spread it out as even as you can. Okay, so that's our red. And then this is going to be our white silver. Oh, I'm hoping I have enough. I know I have some diamond dust, if I can find it. And that might work in a hot pinch. Here it is. Let me add some diamond dust in there. Diamond dust is amazing. I love it. It's a very fine cut glass, and I use it a lot at the holidays. Don't want that little green in there. But I use it a lot when I do my faux food stuff. And then I'm just going to take the back of this and stir this up so that I can get this, all of these colors mixed. It's like white and silver. I think it'll look real pretty, you guys. Okay, let's try it. And then I'm just going to do the same thing, sprinkle this in. Oh yeah, it's going to look really nice. And the diamond dust is smaller, so it's going to fill in and kind of overflow a little. But that's going to be good because since I'm working with less of the larger chunks, it's helping me fill in the area, you know. And if it goes into the red, it's not going to hurt it because you can hardly see it. It's just like a filler. So we got silver and white. I think that'll look really good. Might need a little bit more here. Just a little. And remember, the resin is going to fill in everything else. Then we're going to put, oops, get it off of my board there. Oh, this guy looks so pretty, you guys. So when you get here, make sure you say, hey, hey, let me know where you're from. Tell me what you're doing. Do all the things. This actually is like a crushed mirror in here. It's really pretty, you guys. I'm just saying. Tell me what projects you've been working on. I'd love to see some of them. You know, you can post your projects. They just have to get approved by me. You can post on this page and show everyone all the fun things you're working on, because why not? Because people want to know and see your hard work. And why not get some kudos for all the beautiful things you're making? That's what I'm thinking, right? Look how cool this is. And then I'm wondering what Abby is talking about. I don't know. I'm so nosy. I'm one of those nosy moms who's thinking about what is she saying. But it's okay. I shouldn't worry about it. Look how pretty that is so far. Oh my gosh. So now we're going to do the star. Y'all, I'm praying I have enough blue to do the outside circle of the star. And this is getting a little bit smaller. You see what I'm saying? So I have to just kind of be careful and not spill out. Just like that. I do have enough white, so that is good to do. No, right? And then let's just pat this in. Get that star filled. Like that. There we go. And then that can go over there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paintbrush and kind of go along the black before I start pouring the resin, because that way I'll get all of my stones where, oh my gosh, this looks so good. I just can't stand it. Okay, and now this is our blue, and I'm praying we have enough blue. So we're going to divide it by 5 and spread it out, ladies and gents. That's what we're going to do. And you know what? The Lord will make it just multiply the way it needs to multiply. I have faith. And this is like almost an indigo with a bright blue. I added a couple colors together because I thought that would add to the richness of the hue. I'm going to have plenty, you guys. Is God good or what? Just saying. Oh my. So let me just fill some of this in. Just like that. And then I did get a blue in the white. So that's where our tweezers come in. Handy dandy tweezers. Here's the blue. We want that out. We want this big chunk of blue out. Because remember, what we're trying to do is make this look like stained glass. So we're just going to spread this out. You can use your tweezers too, or like this Cricut tool works really great. Like your weeding tool. If you have a weeding tool, it really does work well, because you can just kind of push it along. Just like that. So essentially with your resin work, you are just going to fill in all of your frame. And like I said, I showed you the frames that I have available right now, along with the flamingo one. And if you have something that you'd like to get, you just let me know. I think I also have, I think I have a hello one. Paul, can you turn off Alexa? My green beans are ready to come out of the, oh no, that's supposed to be there. Out of the canner. Alexa just told me, but they can sit there for a while. You know, they're just doing that 1 hour cool. After you pressure can them, they have to sit in the canner for an hour because they're so hot. They will explode if you take them out. So that's what they're doing. They're just sitting there. Nope, get in there, little guy. So anyways, we are almost done here. And then we have to do the easy part, which is the resin. And then all we have to do, the boring part, is letting it cure. Like you can either hold our flashlight. We have a flashlight and UV resin. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Oh, I need a little more red here. Where's my red? I need more red right here. This one needs more red. I have a cat coming up here, getting in a box. Sitting on a box. She's just sitting there, happy as a lark. Cracking me up. Yeah, so always make sure to go back, check your glass, make sure it's where you want it. Double check, do like owl eyes on it, you know, make sure that you're super checking it and making sure it looks good. All that. And see, just that 1 second a piece of blue jumped over. And like you could do each section one at a time instead of doing it all at once with the glass. But on this one, I prefer to do it all at once because these are pretty large areas, like compared to the turtle, right? See how the turtle is smaller areas? And then with the smaller areas, you'd want to do it, just do like that one area, then put the UV on it, and then go to the next area. Because that way it won't jump out as easy. And you won't have to do as much tweezer work, you know what I mean? Because tweezer work is just not a joyful time. Okay, let's push that. Okay, so I'm going to do my eagle eyes here. Make sure I have everything where I want it to be. It's looking pretty good, you guys. I might want just a smidge more blue here. Come on, come out. Come on, there's a little bit left. Come on, you got this. Come on, guys. There we go. A little more blue in that corner. Ooh, I might need a little more blue over here. Let me see if I can spread this. Yeah, I can. This one had a big clump there. Spread it out. Get in your corners. And that's the cool thing. If you don't do your resin first, you can get it all the way where you want it. You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, I just think this looks so good. Ah. Okay, so let's start doing our resin work. So you're going to take your resin. It comes with a little spout top like this. Uh-oh, I forgot to do the brush. So you're going to get a dry brush, okay? Just a little dry brush. And look all around here. I have to go around here and just get these little pieces where they belong. Because I don't want any of this glass to be on my black. Because that's supposed to be like the lead, you know, of the lead of your stained glass. And the lead is flat. So you want to make sure that's not there. And I have a little bit here. Just go brush it off. I have some here. The white was so small, some of it, you know, just went. I'm going to do the same thing here just to get this off. This is the little meticulous details, but it doesn't hurt anything. It's just what you have to do to make sure everything's in its place before you make it permanent. Yeah, I really love using my laser and creating projects with it. To me, that's way fun. Like the Mother's Day, those are all in the mail. Everybody who ordered had a lot of those. I have it downstairs, but it was really fun. So if you need a Mother's Day project, let me know. I can send you a picture. Anyways. Okay, so you're going to take your resin and you're going to start at one end wherever you want. I'm going to start on this red one, I think. And then you're just going to squeeze your resin around, kind of like cookie decorating, because it's going to soak in to those rocks. And you're just going to flood it, trying not to get bubbles. Like there's a bubble there, but that's okay. Because I'm going to hit it with the heat tool, and the heat tool will take that bubble away. So just kind of go back and forth, filling it in. You're just flooding this area like it's a cookie. That's what I like to think about, because I do cookies and cakes. So it's just like using cookie icing, going around the edge like that. Now, if you're really scared of resin, you can wear gloves and a mask. There is a smell to it, but it's not that bad. The UV resin has a smell as it cures, but I'm telling you, it's really not that bad. But if you're sensitive, you might want to wear a mask and wear gloves. You just don't want to touch it, you know. And then know that you are going to take your light, and this is the one we sell. It is a flashlight, and you're going to hold it over it, and you're going to count to 45. Now, because of time and doing all that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I'll show you the finished product in a little while because it's going to take me about 15 more minutes to do all the resin. So I'm going to do the same. Look, I'm going to do the same thing all over this. See, I got one little place there. I see that didn't get any resin in it. So I'm just going to do a little dot there. I'm going to do the same thing all over this heart. And then I'm going to come back and show you guys the finished product And then all you do after it's cured with holding the light is you peel that tape off. Well, you actually cure the back too. You can hold the light under the tape to make sure it's hard. That's really, really important. And then you just peel the back off and you should be good to go. Okay. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this live. This is a fun one for me. I really enjoy it and have a lot of good times with it. But I'm going to be sitting here holding a flashlight for a while. It's just kind of boring. You don't want to sit here and watch that. But I'll come back with a picture. Okay? All right. Until next time. Aloha.